Welcome back to Tenant-wide. This week we will talk about the tenant-wide properties which are available in SharePoint Online. You can use the tenant properties to store settings or information at the tenant level, which you can share across multiple site collections and across multiple sites, and that you can read from your custom developed applications. A tenant property is stored as a setting at the tenant-wide app catalog level, and you can write the tenant properties using either the SharePoint Online management shell in PowerShell, or PnP PowerShell, or Office 365 CLI, as well as you can still use the same tools to read them, or from a developer perspective in SharePoint Framework, you can use the PnP.js library, or just a low-level REST API request, or in whatever else development technology, you just need to make a REST request to get the value of a tenant-wide property. So let me move to the demo environment and let me show you how to use them in practice. So here in the demo environment, I'm using the PowerShell IDE. And through the SPO management shell, you can simply connect using the Connect SPO service, targeting the admin URL of your SharePoint Online site. And then you can set an SPO storage entity, you can get it, or you can remove an already existing storage entity. That is the name for the tenant-wide properties. In order to create a storage entity, you will have to provide a key as well as a value. You can also provide a description and a comment for the property, as well as you have to provide a target site, which can be the tenant-wide global app catalog site collection, or can be a local site collection with a local app catalog in which you want to locally store the settings, which will become available to the site collection in which you are. Then you can do a get and you can do a remove, as we said. So let me connect to my target environment. I will have to provide my credentials. So here they are on Microsoft.com for the tenant, and of course the password. And once I will be connected, I will be able to say, okay, set a new tenant-wide property, or get back its value. And as you can see, we get back what we just stored in the tenant-wide property, or we can even remove that property. Using PnP PowerShell on the other side is a little bit easier, because you can simply connect to a target site and you don't need to be connected to the admin site. So we can define what is the target scope automatically based on the URL of the target connection. And then you can use the set PnP storage entity or the get or the remove PnP storage entity. When you use the get, set and remove, you can specify the scope, which can be tenant, or you can say that the scope can be site, and we will use, if any, the app catalog local to the current site connection, to the site collection to which we are connected. So let me try to connect to my target environment using PnP, and then I will create again the same storage entity, but with another value, with just another sample value, and so that I can get it back using get PnP storage entity, and here we are. Or I can still remove it as we did before with SPO management shell, but using PnP PowerShell. And as I told you, you can also use Office 365 CLI if you like, and if, for example, you are on a Mac and you want to use Office 365 CLI. From a developer's perspective, if you want, for example, in SharePoint Framework to access the tenant-wide properties or the storage entities, using PnP.js library, you can simply access the spobject.web, and at the web level, you can say get storage entity, which is a method you have to which you have to provide the name of the key you want to retrieve. In this example, which is coming from the SP starter kit, we are storing an API key to securely access with a specific license a target API, and I get back the storage entity value providing the API key value. I will get back an object which will be a complex type, which will include a value property, which is the value of the storage entity I just got from the storage. That's it. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward, and have fun with it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.